Good morning, goeiemorgen. I put the microphone a bit nearer.
Good morning from the pink team.
Yeah, for one or another reason, we decided to individually dress in pink this morning, and well, here we are. You could actually do an estate agent type of thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
the
can.
pink team. I never thought about that. Okay. Well. We're talking here about my wife's favorite subject, or let me say, most women's favorite subject. We are talking this morning about
Shopping. Or it can also be a nightmare.
Uh,
It's not always just fun.
yeah, I doubt if it's that big a nightmare if I see how often you want to do it.
I have to do it, not that I want to do it.
So what are we talking about this morning?
We thought we'd speak a little bit about shopping and the different places that you can shop. And yeah, so shall we start with the groceries?
Let's quickly talk about groceries.
Yes. You have got three major grocery stores, Pack and Save, Countdown, and New World. We tend to always shop at Pack and Save, or I do, because I find that they've got all the variety that I'm looking for. I can't always find at New World and Countdown what I'm looking for. I think it's maybe because I got used to Pack and Save, so I'm used to what they've got on the shelves. And then also they're definitely a little cheaper than the rest.
All right, to our South African viewers, they look very much like macro.
Yes, the Pack and Save is not a nice, it's not a beautiful shop. It's very,
So like you go to shop that's beautiful to buy toilet rolls.
No. But if you're used to,
just wondering
if you're used to the Spar and the Pick and Pay in South Africa, the first time I saw a Pack and Save, I thought, okay, is this where I have to buy?
This is like a warehouse stuff.
It looks like a warehouse, yeah. But you get used to it, and it's actually.
And I think that makes their prices, let's say, affordable.
Yes.
Because if you take the same product between all three of these brands that we've known, or that we've noted down now, there's definitely a price difference between these. I'm talking about exactly the same thing.
Yeah, the Countdowns and the New Worlds are nice shops. They look more like your Pick and Pay, your Woolworths. Yeah, they're nice shops. Yeah. At the grocery stores, you can find your flowers like you did in South Africa at the Pick and Pay and Woolworths. You can buy your flowers. Flowers are very expensive in New Zealand. Once you get used to it, I got used to it. So now, every now and then, I'll buy myself a bunch of flowers.
So if I'm not buying you flowers, I'm saving us money.
Yeah,
is that right?
That's your excuse. But flowers are very expensive. You'll pay for a bunch of, let's say, 4 or 5 roses. When they're on special, you'll pay about between $6 and $8 for a bunch of roses, and then it's just, there's nothing about it. It's just 5 roses. But if you buy a bunch of flowers, a nice bouquet or something, then you'll easily pay $40, $45.
It's quite expensive.
It is quite expensive. Yeah.
I don't understand why. But okay.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things. It's just the way that it is. So you just have to get used to it. You will find most of the stuff that you look for in the grocery stores. You also find most of them have got an international aisle where you'll find some South African stuff that you may be looking for. If you can't find it at a Pack and Save or a Countdown, you will definitely find it at the South African shops.
And every little town has got a South African shop, and if your town hasn't got a South African shop,
you can buy online.
And most of the South African shops has got online shops as well. Online shopping is actually a big thing here.
Very big. Online shopping in New Zealand is really big, yeah. And it actually works. In South Africa, I was a little bit wary about buying online. But here you can really, you buy, and I've bought stuff, say, today in the morning, and I'll get it tomorrow morning. Yeah. So I
actually had to go and buy something at a computer shop yesterday. They didn't have it in store, so the guy said they can either get it from head office or I can go online to buy it. So I said no, rather get it for me, because I mean we're just stepping out of the office for a day or two.
And what I found the other day, there's a clothing store, Easy Buy, um, here at the crossing. And when I went in to buy, I think I bought trousers or something, the lady at the counter said, wait, let me just check what the price online is, because if it's cheaper online, I'll give you that price. So she
Okay.
actually went to the online store to
They could actually get a discount.
Yes, and I got a discount.
That's you.
I think I paid $7 or something for the pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so yeah, that is the groceries.
What about clothing? I mean,
Clothing.
you tend to never have clothes.
Mm. When we arrived in New Zealand, I must say I thought the clothes were very ugly. I told him I don't know where I'm going to find clothes that I like, but I must say, in the last 3 years, or I've become used to the, the clothes in New Zealand, or otherwise they've changed a little bit where they got to get the clothes from.
I would have told you if your clothing is looking, I was looking for a nice word for feet, if it was ugly.
Yes. When I went back to South Africa in 2019, the February, I saved up a lot of money because I told him I'm going to go to the shops, I'm going to go to Canal Walk, and I'll buy myself lots of clothes at all those stores that I used to buy. I came back, I think I bought one pair of jeans.
I actually sent a list of stuff that I wanted with as well,
Yeah.
and I don't get anything.
So, yes, I think in your mind, you think it's better than it actually was.
It's until you go back and you see the harsh reality of what's happening.
So yes, now we've got a lot of clothing stores that you also find in South Africa. Like we've got a Cotton On, is it JJ's,
H&M, what's the jean place?
Yeah, but they don't have it in South Africa.
Okay, well,
we've got a Just Jeans.
Oh, it's nice jeans.
Kind of, It kind of makes me think of a Pick and Pay clothing store, Just Jeans.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's just,
a bit more about it.
Yeah, but they've got nice stuff. So.
What about Farmers?
Yes, now Farmers is more like your Edgars or your Woolies. They've got
Farmers is one of the Farmers that I know. I don't go into a lot of Farmers. I just go to the one at at Bayfair Mall, and they've got very much the Edgars type of vibe, where you've got these little areas where they sell specific perfumes and specific lipsticks and so on. So I think anybody who can't find whatever they want to put on their face, they can go into there.
Put on their face.
Just go get it there.
Yeah, now Farmers is a nice shop. They've got everything. They've got a different department, so you can buy a little bit of decor stuff for your house. You can buy kitchen stuff.
It doesn't have a ton of household stuff.
They do. They actually do.
I find it a bit limited.
Yes,
I would rather go to Noel Leeming or Harvey Norman to buy electrical appliances of these, or to one of the other specialty shops that sells furniture. There's quite a few of them. What is the one that we went to the other day? We didn't have what we wanted.
What are you talking about?
You wanted to buy that things for the bedroom.
We went to Target.
Oh, yeah, Target. Yeah, very very plasticky type of, but it's cheaper range.
The thing is, the furniture stores. I now tend to, when I go into the furniture store, I ask them, do you have to assemble it yourself or does it come assembled? Because the things that you have to, that you have to assemble, they're very flimsy. I don't know.
They normally end up doing this and then. So, good one. Farmer's Home has all the home stuff. Have you seen a Farmer's Home?
No.
Where
do you live?
Another shop. That's probably Auckland. Another shop to go and look for.
But another store that I really love is Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
They've got the most beautiful stuff. That's more for your home decor, your duvets.
She even goes there when she doesn't need it.
I know. I just go there because they've always got specials on. Yeah, that's Auckland. I'll go there when we go to Auckland again.
New Zealand works like this. You get Auckland and you get the rest of New Zealand.
Yes, but I was quite surprised when we went to Hamilton the other day. They have got a nice big mall there.
Yeah, they've got basically two biggish malls down there. They've got the base.
That's the one that I'm talking about.
The one that we were at. And then they've got the one in the centre of town. Remember one day we got lost and we ended up at that mall, long
Yeah.
mall.
So I was actually thinking of driving to Hamilton one day just to walk through
Oh, yeah,
that
do it.
mall.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Just to see what
Yeah.
there is. We've
But
got
this is normal good news. If you see once you drive this far, in South Africa, you drove about 3 kilometers at most. To do
yeah, I
anything.
don't like driving.
But Hamilton is
Especially
what, about hour and a half away?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, then we also have a green grocer. You get a lot of what do you call it? Vegetables, fruit and vegetables stores.
But let's quickly step one step back. I've seen a lot of ads these last 2 weeks on Facebook about the those food that you get in the boxes that they deliver to you.
Fresh. Oh yeah,
Now,
I love fresh and
yeah,
those.
you also buy some of those. Just tell people quickly about that. I mean,
Okay, you get
please note, we're not paid by them to say anything about it, but we use their products. So.
Last year I started to buy because everyone does, and it actually helped us through lockdown so much. Bargain Box is the one, and at the moment I'm buying Hello Fresh. So you can go online. They've got an app. So then you can choose with HelloFresh. You can choose between, I think there's about 10 meals that you can choose from, and then they pack that into small little packets for you. So there's a meal box kind of for every day, and they deliver it to your door on a Tuesday morning. And then everything is in there. So all you have to do, sometimes you need like a vinegar or something that you have to have in stock at home, but otherwise everything is in that
nuts
little
and
box.
stuff that you
Everything is there, and the thing is, they give you the recipe as well. So we sometimes tell the kids tonight is your turn to prepare the food, and then the next day.
Believe it or not, they do.
So that really works out quite well, and it's not expensive. I've worked it out; it's really not expensive. I just buy for three meals for a week,
and it's enough food.
It's enough food. I must say, the food from HelloFresh, I think it's you get more for your money than you got at Bargain Box.
More bang for your buck.
I'm not supposed to say this, but Bargain Box, if we had mash for dinner, they'd give you 4 potatoes for 4 people. With HelloFresh, I think I got about 7 potatoes for mash. Okay. Yes, for 4 people. So
this is something you don't want to know. I use HelloFresh. It's amazing.
Yes.
This is the problem one. Hamilton Kmart is bigger than Auckland.
Yes, let's talk about Kmart. Kmart is one of those shops that you can spend hours in. They have got everything. They've got party preparation stuff. They've got...
It's a weird shop. You're going to buy a $2 thing and it ends up being $400.
They've got clothes. They've got stationery. They've got
the
toys.
Weirdest stuff. So.
They've got camping gear. They have got cutlery and all this nice.
So don't buy socks at Kmart.
Is it?
No, I've tried that.
Oh.
Either way too big or way too small. So, but everything else, even if you think that the amount of stuff they've got that they're selling, it's not a bad quality.
No, it's not a bad.
Because you sometimes get into these shops that sell a heck of a lot of stuff. At not a bad price, but the quality is dubious.
Yeah, I think if you want to save money between Kmart and Warehouse, you can save a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
and they've got you'll find everything you need to set up house or everything like that. There is a new food together. They just do fresh veggies and fruit. Okay, that's nice.
There's a new one food together. They just do fresh veggies and fruit.
That's nice. I saw with HelloFresh that you can also, there's one thing that you can tick that's got 15 pieces of fruit or something for the week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's not expensive. But I like to go into the fruit and veg stores to buy some fresh fruit. Yeah.
And the fruit quality is good, yeah?
Yes, the fruit quality is good. Especially if you buy from the fruit and veg shops.
She bought some weird peaches the other day, like flat ones. She bought quite weird. And they actually feel, if you feel at the peach, it feels like it's still very, very green. But I ate them and they were wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah, they were
I
really
had
good.
one last
Yeah.
night. It's very good. I try if I see something funny that I haven't tasted before or that I don't know what it is, then I
So
buy
we
just
very
one.
often have some of those things we've never tasted
Yes, I'll
before.
just buy one just in case it's not
Not
nice.
nice.
And then we'll try it. Even if it's a little expensive because some of the funny fruits
Yeah.
are quite expensive, but you
The
want to
spun
taste
spec
it. You want
this
to.
year hasn't been that
No,
great.
we haven't
no.
had a nice one yet. They call it a rock melon.
Rock melon. Probably just throw the ones we get now.
No, the one that I bought
No.
the other day, and it's quite expensive.
It's
I
quite
think
expensive,
I paid $5 for one, and it's not big. It's like this.
The watermelon's about the same price and size, am I right?
The
But they're a
watermelons
bit better.
a little bit more expensive, but they're good. The
Mm.
watermelons, and what I like about the watermelons that we get here in South Africa, we used to buy those, but okay, then we were like 12 or
Yeah.
14 people eat it. But yeah, you get ones that's this small, so it's just small enough for me to cut up and put in the fridge for the week.
Yeah,
And
because in
we
South
actually
Africa,
finish
you had
it.
about 4 people couldn't eat a watermelon easily.
Yeah.
And lost about half of that, throwing
Yeah.
that away.
So that makes quite a difference. I like the watermelons. Yeah, and I think I paid $5 for that one that I bought the other day.
Okay,
Mm.
that's not bad price.
No, it wasn't bad. Then if we talk meat, I buy most of my meat at Pack and Save. The quality of the meat is
Good, yeah.
really good. And then my boerewors I buy from Boerewors New Zealand. Or you can also get nice boerewors at our Aussie butcher. The
Oh, yeah.
boerewors is also quite nice. But the other meats you can buy either Aussie butchers sometimes have quite good specials.
But you can go into basically any butcher here and ask for the cut of meat that you do. They just sometimes don't understand what you mean with T-bones. I've tried that with the Kiwi butchers. Yeah, I like T-bone.
What do they call it? Yeah.
I don't know. I struggled to explain to the lady what I told her T-bone, but she said,
Maybe she just didn't understand your
and
accent.
then you got to watch out for the Kiwi sausages. They make sausages in any flavor. I promise you, any flavor.
But
But it's not
now,
always nice.
the people that have lived here forever, the South Africans that've been here, whose kids grew up in New Zealand, the kids love those sausages.
I'm probably not used to anything else.
Oh,
That's the other thing. I mean,
doesn't have any color. It's really it's like,
Posty is the best shop for small kids' clothing. Reminds me of Ackermans.
okay. Yes, I've been into Posties once or twice, but we don't have small kids, so I tend not to go in there. But I know, yeah, a lot of people talk about Posty. You also have baby clothing stores here. I've been to a few for baby showers and stuff, and they've got very nice.
I don't tend to go to those type of stores. Sorry. Then my wife has got a favorite store. Can I tell them about that?
Which one?
Bunnings. This is a hardware store, and you can take Mariska to the hardware store and leave her there for the day.
I love Bunnings.
She goes and watches the hammers and the nails and the paint. I don't know what she thinks in her head, what she's going to do with all this stuff, but
it's just nice to look at. Microtin and Bunnings, very nice shops. Yep. But also the thing is with Microtin, they've got a decor section.
Yeah.
They really have very beautiful stuff, and they've got a
and the nice thing is halfway through there's a coffee shop, and you can stop and have a nice coffee and then continue with doing what you do best, shopping. So
you don't have to buy anything.
I don't have to buy anything.
Nice to just walk in there. And then if you're into crafting and stuff,
I fully understand that. I've been banned from Bunnings. I bring home too many projects for my husband.
If you're into crafting, there are craft shops. Spotlight is the one, but Spotlight I find is sometimes a little bit expensive. You can find a lot of craft stuff at the warehouse or the warehouse stationery that are a little bit.
You also got to shop smart. I mean, you can buy the same stuff. Like talking about exactly the same stuff in different shops at way different prices.
And then what we have in New Zealand is dollar stores. So we have a $2 store in the crossing, and the craft things that you can find there for $2 is just amazing.
Yeah.
So I tend to go. I end up there most of the time.
I don't really do crafts.
Yeah.
Fish.
I know, but you
that
can't
a
find
craft.
anything
Can't
for
find
fishing at
anything
the
for
$2
fishing.
store.
I don't go to $2
Where do
store.
you buy your fishing stuff?
I tend to play it around. There's about, can I say, about 5 different fishing shops down here in New Zealand, or in Tauranga, and I go between them. But I've got my 2 favorites, which is Hamels, and the other one is Decofin, or Deco, something like that. Uh, based on the fact that at the one there's an African working, and he understands exactly what I'm saying. If I come there and I say, I want a swivel, normally the Kiwis just tend to not understand me what the swivel is. And there's this guy tends to understand me. So if I go there and there's something that I don't know if they'll understand, they go there. But the other one has got a real a guy that's really clued up to fishing. And I mean, this is part of the parcel when you buy a rod or a specific jig or something that you use at fishing. You want to know that people have used it and that it is being used out there, and especially on colors. Sorry, I haven't brought any fishing stuff yet. The colors is so weird. I mean, I bought pink stuff the other day. Yeah, don't laugh. I actually bought pink
But
stuff.
you like
Yeah, but this is clothing. But for fishing, and presumably the pink stuff is a different color underwater.
Oh.
So this is why the pink stuff out there has been doing very well this season. So
Okay.
yeah,
So what is hunting and fishing then?
hunting and fishing, I would say it's a bit more expensive. And I find with hunting and fishing, and I'm sorry, I'm not slamming the brand now. I just find the people that work there, they aren't friendly at all. I don't know at the gun section because I haven't bought anything at the gun section yet. But if you ask anybody at the fishing rod section,
yeah.
oh yeah, this is a wonderful rod, then you know, oh, this is the biggest crap you can think of. But this is a wonderful rod. They just want to please you to say, yep, this thing will work. And
Okay.
so,
But hunting and fishing has got nice camping
yeah.
stuff.
I like to go to Burnsko.
Okay.
Burnsko to buy boat stuff. Also, I've got 2 Burnskos here, and I go to the one that's got 2 older guys that work there. So if I've got a problem with my boat that I don't really know what the solution is, I go to them. And the other Burnsko's got, I think it's a South African guy as well, but he's also an older guy. So between these 3 older guys, I always get a solution
Okay, so it's
to what the
actually
problem
more
is.
about the people that
It's more
work
about the
there
people, but the
than
thing
about
is
the
with
shop.
Burnsko, they have a wide variety of stuff.
Okay.
And these guys are like this. If I go to the shop and they don't have this, they'll immediately go onto the internet and say, listen, just go to the other shop. They've got 3 in store of whatever I wanted. The other day I wanted to buy a rocket launcher for my boat. They send me off to the other one to quickly buy. Question down here is vehicles. Cars. Cars is a difficult one. Either you buy brand. If you buy Toyota, you try to buy from Toyota, especially if you buy, let's not talk about new cars. I mean, you shouldn't buy a new car from many other places where they make them. So Toyota, you'll buy from Toyota. You buy a second-hand car, and there could be a guarantee on the vehicle still. See that you get it from a reputable dealer. So there's quite a few dealers all around. I know, like Esteem there in Auckland selling cars. Quite a few down in Tauranga as well. Go to these guys. I mean, and especially on cars, look on Trade Me. See what you like. See what the car's are all about. And see
I
what you
know
can get
when we arrived in New Zealand and we were looking for a car, we were in Auckland at that stage, and we went to that, was it Cheap Two Cars?
Yeah, and I think that it's called in the Great South Road or something.
Yes. We walked through those rows and rows and rows
we
of
just
cars.
walked cars.
But there you can find anything for any price. So if you're looking for something really cheap, like $3,000 or $4,000, you'll find it there. And
I've got to say that if you are going to buy something for $2,000 or $3,000, you got to think that you are buying probably a heap of problems as well. So keep that in mind.
But I would say for $6,000 you can buy something that's going to
I don't know. A lot of
for
South Africans arrive in New Zealand and think they're going to buy a $2,000 car. Yeah, you get it, but it's going to cost you a few other dollars as well just to keep that car on the road. So.
Then one thing that I wanted to touch this morning is just so many women asks about hair salons and what does it cost and all that. And yes, there are salons that are very expensive. Most salons are very expensive. Vivo is a brand or a franchise, shall I say, in New Zealand, and they are very expensive. They've got specials on, and then you can cut your hair for about what $140 or whatever. But otherwise, they are very expensive. But there are so many women that have got home-based salons, ladies from South Africa, Kiwi ladies. So you don't have to go to a salon. I've got a hairdresser, and yes, I know this is Tauranga, not Auckland, but you can also find home-based salons in Auckland where you would pay much less than you would pay at a Vivo or whatever salon.
Yeah.
So
we're not trying to take Vivo down.
No, not at all. I'm just mentioning Vivo.
The other thing about Vivo, there's a lot of South African girls working there. So if you need to cut your hair in Afrikaans, you probably will find one at Vivo somewhere.
Yes.
So.
But you can find a home-based salon. And I mean, my hairdresser's got a home-based salon, and she is very professional. And her salon is beautiful, and the prices are so good. So you don't have to pay a fortune to cut your hair. I know that in at some salons you can actually, what is that? Where you can pay off. What is that? What is that?
Oh yeah. You pay over 4
maxi pay
or something. I don't know.
Whatever.
You can pay your hair off over 4.
Yes, you can pay over. So every
ways.
month you have to pay every week for your hair. So I know that you can do that as well. And then another thing is the beauty salons as well. They're not that expensive.
No.
But the lady that I use, and most ladies that I know of, also have home-based beauty salons. Very professional, very beautiful.
You can lay by your head.
And then it's not expensive. I think, to give you an idea, I pay for eyebrow and lip wax about $35. Yeah, that's
35.
35. Yes.
Sounded like Zuma for a minute.
Yeah. Facial, you can pay up to $100.
I can basically do that stuff for you and save money.
You don't even cut the grass.
Well, I've got somebody who cuts the grass for me.
So yes, if you go to a home-based salon, you will save a lot of money, and they're just as professional, and I mean, they know what they're doing.
And then
as well,
we're just running out of time, so I'm quickly going to put this out there. If you need any stuff for your vehicles or so, there's a lot of specialty shops out there just for cars. You can go into any of these shops and spend a lot of money on anything car-wise. So, getting your car clean and all these type of things doesn't need to not happen. There's a lot of places, but also the warehouse and Kmart and these places sell some sell car stuff or spanners and so on if you want.
Okay, just quickly while I was busy talking about beauty and stuff, your nails as well. A lot of ladies has got home-based nails salons. Not expensive at all. I think I paid $55 for a full set.
Actually get more.
So it's not that expensive. You must just shop around. Don't go to the first place that you find.
Okay. We've traveled all the way from Auckland to Tauranga this morning, from beauty salons to Bunnings, up and down from the Worsfabriek. So thanks for listening this morning to us. Next week, we're having a different lady. I'm replacing you next week.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm replacing you next week. I've got a different lady next week talking to us about internet security. Quite an amazing thing, this. And how not to be caught into the trap of paying money into somebody else's account that doesn't need it. And then we are also going to talk about her online shop, which is available in New Zealand.
Online shop?
I'll show you later, and not with my card. All right, guys and girls. This is Jan, this is Mariska. Thanks for listening to us this morning, and we'll see you next morning, same time. And to those people in Coromandel, we're done in Hawaii from today for 2 or 3 days. So, yep. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.